My name is Ramez Shamieh. I'm the owner of Shamieh Law. I'm so happy to be here to talk to y'all, and I'm hoping that the information I share with y'all is going to be impactful, okay? Before I get started, I want to give some people some thanks. I want to start with every single one of you. Thank you for being here. Thank yourself for being here. Some of you were forced to be here. I'm kidding. But there's a reason that you came here. Maybe you were just wanting to learn more about health. Or maybe you're at a crossroad in your life and you're like, I'm just sick of everything I've been taught. Whatever the reason, you have to thank yourself and be grateful that something brought you here, okay? The information I'm going to share today, I hope, is going to be life-changing. And the information I'm going to share is as if I was the 5-year-old that used to come in this place and play basketball, okay? I want to thank my wife. I love you. My wife is, yeah, woo, 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 woo. All the PowerPoint today was done by her. She knocked it out of the park the first go around. Thank you, love. I want to thank McNeese for giving me the opportunity to just speak and allow y'all to be in this house. I want to thank Exceptional Wellness, Spring Lane. I've known Spring since I was 4 or 5 years old, guys, okay? And it's crazy that now we're doing this together. I want to thank Lauren Robinson. Yeah, Lauren. For putting up with my best friend. She knows what that means. She owns Vibrant Market in New Orleans. She's going to speak to you all later. I've had her speak to my staff. That's why I brought her here, because I know what information she's going to provide you aligns with me. It's unbelievable. Clean Juice, Mac, my man. He's providing organic orange juices and sandwiches. Literally, when I come to town, I'm either eating at my mom's house or I'm eating at Clean Juice. I don't really trust anything else in the city. So thank you. Plant-based Cajun, they provide I haven't tried plant-based Cajun yet, so I'm going to put that on the list. But plant-based Cajuns here providing vegetarian food. I love you. And I got to try your food. I never tried it. Okay. Pain management, massage therapy, they're providing free massages over there. I want to thank my staff, all of you guys. They're all over the place. Jordan. This was voluntary for them to come down. And so thank you guys. Y'all took this serious. Y'all showed up here on time. Y'all are dedicated to helping serve people. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you. I want to thank, yes, Josh McGee, Dakota with Harp Films, Lake Charles Cryotherapy. They have some cryotherapy machine over there. Yes. Upscale Productions for providing all this stuff last minute. Look at this stuff, man. This is Mantra Yoga Center for providing yoga. Edgemont Healing Center also providing yoga. And then John Condos for helping me arrange it at McNeese. Thank you. That's a long list. Thank you, Josh. Okay, let's get started. So, I want to briefly talk about my story and how meaningful it is to be in this room, okay? When I was 8 years old, I came to a summer camp, a basketball summer camp at McNeese, in this room, okay? And this story that I'm going to share with you stays with me to this day. At the end of the camp, the head coach, he wore these really tight 1980s shorts. Remember those shorts? Blue with a yellow polo tucked in, and he was ripped. He came here and he talked to all the kids. There was probably 300 kids, and at the time, I was with my best friend, still to this day, Steven Soche, okay? I remember sitting next to him hearing this story. And to tell you the short version of the story, his best friend weighed about 400 pounds. And he went offshore fishing with his buddies. And there was a bad storm. And the boat capsized. And everybody ended up passing away. And the big guy held on to a piece of the boat, and he stayed on the boat holding on for 4 days. Finally, the Coast Guard came and got him. They found him. They picked him up, and he was mumbling something. They couldn't figure out what it was. So they take him to ICU. They're treating him there. And finally, after about 2 or 3 weeks, he fully recovers. And he's still mumbling the same thing. And so finally, when he came back to, the doctor asked him, "What are you saying?" He said, "Never, never give up. Never, never give up." He was saying that, okay? And so that was so impactful for me. There's been so many moments where I was faced with giving up, and I just kept overcoming. And so to be in this space means so much to me that I can share that story with y'all, okay? In 2016, I started my own firm, okay? I was working my ass off, okay? And 2 years later, from working overtime, my wife was with me every night. We'd stay at the office till 2 in the morning. I started to develop bad habits, stress, sitting in a chair all day long, not eating properly, not taking care of myself. All these things started to worsen. And in 2018, I had a long trial, and we went to Houston for something. And I went and got a massage because I was so stressed out. When I got off the bed, I couldn't move. We went to dinner that night, I couldn't sit down, okay? It was the worst pain I've ever been in, okay? And that pain stayed with me the whole year in 2018. My brother's a spine surgeon. I was begging him the whole year to operate on me because I was in that much pain. I couldn't sleep. I tried whatever the hell, medicine, okay? It made me constipated, it drove me nuts, okay? I couldn't deal with it, okay? A month before surgery, we went on a trip, and we made an agreement that I'm not gonna do the surgery. I made a commitment to myself to heal myself, okay? I started eating better. I stopped working as hard. I started focusing on my stress. I got back into yoga slowly. I pushed the surgery off 3 months. I said, give me 3 months. Let me see if it gets better. And little by little, it started to go away, okay? Now fast forward, this is 2025. I can do things with my body now that I couldn't do when I was 18, okay? I'm not kidding you. And if you want to come work out with me after this, let's go work out. The point of it is the pain, and I'll talk about it, the pain was the guide to my own healing, number one. And number two, you all have the power to heal yourselves. It first starts with what? This. And it starts with the belief. Everything is a belief, whether it's a positive or a negative. God put you on this earth and he said, here, son, here, daughter, you get to believe whatever the hell you want to believe. If you want to believe you can't do anything, he's going to give you everything to then further attract that belief. And if you just change your mindset, you can start to change your life. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. Health doesn't start with a pill. It starts with safety. Okay, and it starts with you feeling safe. I have a 5-year-old kid, okay? And up until about 3 weeks ago, I thought my number one job was to keep my kids safe. That's not my number one job. My number one job is to keep me safe. Because if I'm safe and I'm clear-minded and I'm not reacting and I'm calm, I'm gonna know what to do when my kid is in danger or when he's acting a fool. You know what I'm talking about? Because I can think clearly. Okay, so I have basketball players in here. We're gonna talk about how it can help you when you're having a bad game and you're getting anxious. You just made a bad pass. You start to then believe, oh, I'm not good enough. Or, oh my God, and it just continues and it goes where? A downward spiral. Okay, so to feel safe in your body and mind means your nervous system isn't in constant attack defense mode, fight or flight. From this grounded, aligned state, your body can heal, digest, and grow, okay? So here's examples of when you don't feel safe. Rushing, stressed, you're trying to control things. You're resisting existence. And you're judging everything. You're blaming others. Okay? We all, by the way, this slide is not just for y'all, it's for me. Okay? Because we all do it. Okay? We all do it. But it's important as how do you build good habits? You start to become aware of when you're doing these things and what's triggering those events. Who's triggering you? Is it your best friend? You're blaming your best friend? Okay, bring more awareness to that because you can change it. Okay, this is really cool. When your body and mind feel safe, your body and mind are at ease. And when it's not at ease, you're creating dis-ease. There's a reason this is the English word for disease. So, when you cut your hand, what happens? Blood comes out, right? And obviously, if it's not something you need to go to the ER, but if you cut your hand, what happens? Your body knows, it's conscious enough to heal itself. Okay? You don't need to do it. You're not going to tell your body, hey, I need you to heal. It's going to do it on its own. Your body's designed to heal itself. You just got to get out of the damn way. Let it do its thing. And that applies with most diseases and injuries. Now, if your bone is sticking out of your leg, okay, go to the hospital. You may have to have surgery then. Balanced safety occurs when we're present and we allow all parts of ourselves to exist. What does that mean? If you're having a bad day, we're all going to have bad days. I'm going to have a bad day. Earlier today, before we started, I was a little bit stressed. Okay? What was I telling myself? It's okay. We're going to figure this out. The sooner I did that, the quicker the anxiety went away. Okay? We want to think about life as a river, okay? And when we try to control the river, guess what's going to happen? The water is going to take you down and bring you under, okay? But if you just allow it to flow, and you instead of taking the situation and saying, this was a bad experience, ask yourself, what did I learn from that experience? What is it teaching me? What is this teaching me? Maybe I need to change something. Maybe I didn't communicate well. Because everything in your life you can mainly control. You can control all of it. Your emotions. You're not trying to stop the current, no matter how difficult life gets. It's not clicking. You're going to just, okay, thank you. Okay, so what happens when we get stressed out? And I do it too. My go-to is cookies. It's my go-to. But what are we doing? We're dissociating from the pain. We're coping with the pain to make us feel good. We're not allowing ourselves to just be in a bad mood or stress. We're not. This is what we've been conditioned as a society to do, and that's okay. But now that we're aware of it, guess what we can do? We can change it. So I just put a number of things up here. Food, drugs, alcohol, smoking, vaping is worse than smoking. Okay? It's worse than smoking. Tell all your friends that. It's awful. It's terrible. You don't know what chemicals they're putting in the damn vape. Porn, shopping, news. My wife put the shopping in. I love you. Okay. Again, go back to my story, okay? So, we are not meant to have pain in our bodies. We're not meant to. The pain is a guide, okay? And it depends on where it is in your body, okay? If you have a lot of tension in a certain area, it's a guide. It's telling you, hello, hello, yeah, work on me. It's talking to you. Hey, you should work on me. Pain in your back. You should go work out. Pain in your head. Maybe you're being a pain in the, you know what? Okay. This is something interesting, okay? This graph, it's a homicide rate in the United States from 1920 to 2020. okay? I'm not saying we don't have problems in the world. We have definitely problems in the world, okay? But a lot of people have come up to me and said, the world is it's ending. It's the worst we've ever had. And in a lot of issues, there's certain issues we got to work on as a society. We're not perfect. But just something interesting to look at. The news would make it seem, if you watch the news, the world is ending right now, okay? The homicide rate is the lowest it's been since 1920 in the United States. And you would think everybody's dying. And this is not about guns or not guns. That's not what I'm saying. And if you look at the whole world, the homicide rate is the lowest it's been in 100 years, or even 1,000 years. Look it up, okay? Just something to think about. Again, when you watch I'm not saying watch the news, don't watch the news. Just be aware, the news has an agenda. The agenda is to get you hooked. It's to get your dopamine rushing so you're freaking out and then you watch it the next day. Just something to think about. I stopped watching the news as much for this reason. I want to be aware. I don't want to dissociate from the world. I want to be aware of what's happening, but I don't want to keep watching it. Okay? You got to click me. This is not working. It's working? Okay. 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 Cycle of control. The largest corporations in America profit when you're unwell. They feed you processed chemical-laden foods that make you sick. And when you're sick, they rely on your health care, on their version of health care. When you're weak, you're easy to influence and control. Okay? Come on. Now, it's not working, man. Okay. Okay. Can you get this to work? Thank you. It's showing up red. Okay. Again, I'm sorry if any of you work for Monsanto or Bayer. I hope none of you do. Just something interesting. Bayer is a pharmaceutical company. Monsanto is a pesticide company. Okay? Bayer bought Monsanto for billions of dollars. Okay? Bayer makes drugs for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Guess what Monsanto does? They make a chemical called glyphosate. If you don't know what glyphosate is, it's every non-organic produce gets sprayed with glyphosate. What is glyphosate? It's a chemical they used to kill people in World War II. Okay? That's what's being sprayed on our food. Okay? Say it again? Roundup. Roundup. Roundup is from Monsanto. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Glyphosate, you see the circle where it's going, okay? Causes non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, okay? Now, I have a chart. I don't want to get too close to the map. Y'all can see it. The farthest one to the left is the big giants that own almost every single food company in the country. And then you have in the middle, Monsanto that's putting their little tentacles in all the food. These are the products that Monsanto uses their chemicals on. And then to the right, you have the big corporations buying supplement companies. And you can see Bayer should be Bayer is on the bottom left. Let's see if I can come here. They're just buying everything, okay? And then guess what? They have huge lobbyists, and they go to DC, and they tell every politician, the only way you're gonna get elected is if you're gonna support us, or you're gonna do what we want. Otherwise, all these chemicals that are in our food, why are these chemicals still in our food? But in Europe, they don't have this, okay? And this is not about politics. It's just about the facts of what's happening. So just something to be aware of. A lot of the food we are being given is terrible for us. Next slide. Okay, now we're gonna switch. I don't want to make this depressing, okay? We're gonna change it to positive now. By a show of hands, and it's okay if nobody raises their hands, who has a regular breathing practice? Amazing, amazing. What do you think the advantages are? Go ahead, stand up, Mr. McGee. What do you think the advantages of breathing are?
For me, it's...
Speak louder.
For me, it eliminates stress almost immediately once you start.
Good.
It allows you to calm down and properly
Good. I put this in here. The word breath appears 42 times in the King James Bible. Just something to be interesting about, something to play with. Some of the verses are incredible. Breath is one of the things that can regulate, control your nervous system. In other words, it's one of the ways to make you feel safe if you're doing some of these calming down breathing exercises. Okay, now, the book that I handed out, James Nesser, the book called Breath, it's phenomenal. Okay, I really encourage you all to read it. One of the big premises of the book is he goes in and he studies mouth breathing versus nose breathing. And one of the things, you can do your own research on this, one of the things that I believe in, the only way to breathe is through your nose, okay? The only way to breathe is through your nose. These are some of the benefits of nose breathing. So when you breathe in your nose, you breathe in slower than your mouth. Interestingly, this allows oxygen to be released from your cells into your body quicker, okay? Another thing is, does anybody know what nitric oxide is? Yes, what is that, Miss Lauren Robinson? Oh, hold on, I'm not gonna pick on you. You know what it is. Yes, stand up, sir. Can you say it loud, tigers? Like, rah, come on, yeah. Where do you get nitric oxide at? Where can you get it in this universe? What doctor's office gives it out? That's what I'm talking about. Who said it? Dentist. And what does it make you do? It makes you laugh. And it makes you feel good. Yes, that's the power of your nose. It releases nitric oxide into your blood. Why wouldn't you want that? Improve lung capacity. So whenever you breathe through your nose, the diaphragm expands better than mouth breathing. And then number two, it massages your vital organs. So it's moving up and down better than it would with your mouth. It reduces stress and better autonomic balance, and we'll talk about what that means. And then better filtration. There's a reason why you have nose hairs. It may be unattractive, but in your health, they're good for you, okay? And your nose is designed to eliminate all the bad stuff that's in the air. Not all of it, but some of it. Okay, let's talk about, I'm gonna bore you a little bit with science. My dad's gonna love this slide, he's a neurologist. The autonomic nervous system, okay? The autonomic nervous system is the part of your nervous system that runs automatically and regulates over 90% of your body's internal functions. So think about it. Did you wake up today and after you took that croissant and ate it, did you consciously tell your gut, okay, I need you to digest the food? When you went to the restroom, did you consciously tell your body to move it through your body? Did you do that? No? Are you telling your heart to keep beating right now? Are you? Okay. This is the part of your body that does everything automatic, so you don't have to think about it anymore. And when as you age, more things become automatic. It becomes programmed, okay? So your nervous system has two parts. Let's start with the sympathetic, okay? The sympathetic is the gas pedal. So when you ladies are playing basketball, you're on the basketball court, you're in a sympathetic state, okay? The pedal's to the metal, okay? You're going. It activates when you're facing stress, danger, or intense effort. So this is something really important, okay? Your mind, your nervous system, doesn't know, watch this, doesn't know the difference between a lion in a room with you and your wife. It doesn't know the difference. Okay? So right now, imagine this guy comes up, he brings in a lion into the room. What are y'all gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna do one of two things. You're gonna fight the lion? You're gonna run? Okay. Some of you may fight. I would not fight. I'm running. Tyler, you're gonna fight? Okay. You better have a gun. Okay. That's what we do when we're in a stressful scenario. And the nervous system doesn't know if it's Anissa triggering me or a lion. Okay, it doesn't know. It's gonna just do what it's trained to do. And what is that? When I'm in a sympathetic state, my vision, let's say you're the thing that's upsetting me, my attention's gonna go just to you, and everybody in the room is gonna disappear. I'm just playing with you. I'm not mad at you. All my attention's gonna go to you. What's my blood gonna do? It's gonna go to my vital organs. All my blood's gonna rush to my core. My vision is gonna get ultra focused on you. I'm either gonna fight you or I'm running, okay? And it's very focused. Over time, while that's good short term when you're playing basketball, over time that creates chronic stress. And the body doesn't have time to rest and digest. And so we need tools. If we go to a long day at work and our boss just frustrated us, all of you, if I start driving you nuts, yes, you need tools to do what? Let it go. Get back into a calm state. But if you go to the cookie and tear up 5 cookies, what is that going to do for you? It's just going to make the problem worse. So we're going to talk about the parasympathetic, the brake pedal. This turns on when we feel safe, when we're calm, or when we're asleep, okay? When we're sleeping, what are we doing? We're resting, digesting, and we're healing, okay? Now, interestingly, I want y'all to do a little exercise with me. Everybody sit up real quick. Yes. Okay. I want you to take a big inhale through your nose, and let it go. Okay. When you took the inhale breath, you are getting into a sympathetic state, okay? And when you're taking the exhale, do it one more time. Just take a big inhale, and let it go. Okay. When you let it go, you see how you start to calm down? That's a parasympathetic state. You start to relax. My dad's about to go to sleep after that. Okay, so the exercises we're going to do in a minute are parasympathetic. They're going to help you calm down. So, before you take a free throw, what are you doing? I'm focusing on my breath, and Rolando does this, Cristiano Ronaldo, before he does a PK, he actually does a sympathetic breath to give himself a little more energy and focus, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on my breath, calming my breath down. Okay, this thing is, here we go. Okay. I've already talked about this. Most of us live in a chronic sympathetic fight or flight state because our subconscious, and we'll talk about that in a second, has learned the pattern from modern stress. Over time, chronic stress leads to poor health. Poor breathing reinforces sympathetic states. So if you're breathing through your mouth, if it's shallow, it signals to your brain that you're not safe and that there's a danger, okay? And I'm not expecting y'all to take this and then start implementing it today. It's something that is work. It's like riding a bike. It's like playing golf. It takes time. Okay. When we consciously breathe, we put all our attention on our breath, breathe through our nose, and slow down the breath. When we do that, we activate the parasympathetic system. Over time, our subconscious minds begin to learn this is how we calm ourselves down. Okay. So our minds there's 2 parts to our minds. There's the subconscious mind, where all those programs exist that allow you to do things without having to think about it, okay? Now something interesting, from the time you're 0, you're born, until you're about 7, you're wide open in this subconscious mind. Why are you doing this? Your body's designed to survive, so you're just taking on information and just becoming programmed. So if you were 6 years old, and you watched a scary movie, or you were picked on at the school, and this was a very stressful situation for you, that's going to be programmed in your mind, okay? And so that it's going to stay with you because it's in your subconscious mind. It's going to keep following you. And so if you get in those scenarios again, you may respond in the same way as you did as a kid. Okay? So again, your subconscious mind has all your programs. Your conscious mind is where you're thinking, where you're analyzing, when you're reasoning, okay? And you can control, that's the one thing you can do with your conscious mind. You can control your breath through it, okay? So if you told yourself right now, I want to take 10 seconds to inhale, or let's make it easier. I want to do 5 seconds inhale, and I want to do 8 seconds exhale. You can consciously do that. When you're not consciously doing that, your breath is controlled by your subconscious mind. You're breathing without having to think about it, okay? This is interesting. About 95% of who we are by our mid-30s is a series of subconscious programs that have become automatic. 95% of the things your body's doing by the time you're 30 has become automatic. So think about it. When you wake up in the morning, your body's already taking you to the toilet or taking you to your phone. Have you noticed that? Okay, why is that? Because you've trained your body and your mind to do just that. Or sometimes you're driving to work and you're like, I don't remember how I just got to work. It's because your mind has been trained to do it without you even having to think. A good example of your conscious mind is when you go to, let's say you go to Houston and you don't have a map and you go to the grocery store and say, hey, I need to go to this place. How do I get there? And you write it down. You have to use a different part of your mind to get you there, okay? And what we're going to do today, through these breathing exercises, is we're going to use the conscious mind, and over time, as you change your habits, it'll be programmed, hopefully. Some of you take this serious and you do it consistently, and over time it becomes a program that you wake up every day and you do your breathing exercise. Or before you go to bed, you do your breathing exercise. But it takes time to change your mind. It takes time to change a habit. Okay, so I want to talk about these 4 things, and some of the other speakers are going to talk about the other things. And let me say this with a grain of salt. I'm not saying this is the Bible on how you should do things. I'm saying this is what I do. I'm just sharing it with y'all what I do. So these are ways to optimize your health. And I started with sleep, because sleep is the #1 way to heal yourself, because this is what it's designed to do. It's designed to allow your body to heal. So sleep, sunlight. How many bad things have we heard about the sun? We're going to talk about the good things of the sun. Food. We're not alive without the sun. And I'm not saying that it's always good to get, because you can overuse it, but there's some times in the day where it's actually beneficial for you to get sun. Food, water intake, supplements, weight training, resistance, movement, community, nature, doing what you love, or things that bring you joy. Okay, why is this going back? This clicker, here we go. Okay, now, sleep. So, I have a rhetorical question. At what point in the day do you start thinking about sleep? For me, I thought about it this morning. That's when I start thinking about it. Why? Because I know that my mind works on a circadian rhythm. It's a clock. If I go outside early in the morning, before 10 a.m., and we'll talk about the sun in a minute. If I go out before 10 a.m., it's triggering my mind when to release melatonin at night. Think about that. So if I go out at 8 in the morning, 14 to 16 hours later, my mind, without having to do anything, is going to start releasing melatonin. What is melatonin? Melatonin is the little pill they give you at Kroger's that helps you fall asleep. Well, it's already in your damn mind. You don't need the pill. You just need to know how to use it. So another big thing I will tell you is, your mind has all the chemicals it already needs. God gave you every chemical you need. You need dopamine? You got that. You need cortisol? You got that. You got all the pills in your brain, okay? Now, there's certain things, again, I'm not here to diagnose you with cancer or tell you what you need to do with cancer. I'm just telling you, your mind has it all. And it also has the things that causes disease, okay? Okay, this is the circadian rhythm we talked about. So we work on light and darkness. That's how our minds operate, okay? So what I would encourage you is when it starts getting to bedtime, you stop using as much light, okay? There's things that Lauren's probably gonna talk about specific lights you can use. But if you keep these lights on at 10 p.m., your brain is not gonna think it's time for sleeping, okay? Okay. And one of the most important things is routine. So every night, this is what I do. This is what I do. I go to the sauna at 9 p.m. It's clockwork. I go to my sauna. Then I take a tub. Okay, I like being in water. I'm a Scorpio, okay? I sit in the tub. I put some magnesium, I put some Epsom salt, I put some other stuff, and I soak. And then I go on that PMF mat with that chi machine, okay? And I put it on a setting to send me to Mars. And then I somehow, every night at 10 p.m., I crawl in my bed, and I don't know how the hell I got there, okay? And I sleep. If I do it, I'm not saying I do it every night, but if I do it, man, I go to Mars. And I wake up and I'm ready to take on the day. Okay. Your circadian rhythm regulates sleep and wake, hormone release, body temperature, metabolism, alertness, and even immune function. We all work on this circadian rhythm. Okay, sunlight. Before 10 a.m. is what I would recommend for y'all if you're gonna do it. So when you go outside, instead of rushing in your car to rush to work, give yourself enough time to go outside. You don't have to stare at the sun, just be outside. Give yourself 5 or 10 minutes. Sit out there. It's gonna trigger, without you don't have to tell your mind, okay, mind, I need you to do this, and then 14 hours later start releasing melatonin. No, just go outside. It knows what to do. Okay. Improving energy during the day, deepening sleep at night, optimizing hormone balance with minimal effort or cost, okay? Now here's the deal. Morning sunlight, especially before 10 a.m., has the ideal light spectrum, high in blue and green waves while being low enough in intensity to avoid glare or heat stress. So the UV levels aren't high enough to affect you and give you skin cancer, okay? Exposure to natural light within the first 30 to 60 minutes after waking up sends a powerful message to your brain telling your brain, this is morning. 14, 16 hours later, it's night-night. Okay, here, I'll put it here. Okay. Okay, food. Again, I'm not telling you what to eat, but this is what me and my wife do at home. We're cooking at home almost every night, okay? I know what ingredients I'm putting in. I know what oils I'm using. I know where I got the fresh produce from. I'll tell you all this. If I go to the grocery store, people think I'm cuckoo, and I'm good with it. Because I'm in the store dancing, and I'm singing, and I'm talking to the food, okay? I'm talking to the food. Because that's when the meal starts. It didn't start when you're in the fast food line at McDonald's, okay? It started when you're picking out the food, and I want to pick out this food. I want to pick this one out, and I want to fall in love with it because guess what? It's going to become me. Part of it's going to become me, and I want to make love to the food, okay? Because I don't want any stress. Yeah, I want to make love to my wife, and I want to make love to the, okay. Okay. Okay, something interesting that I've learned recently is also our digestive system, think about it, works like the sun. It's funny how all this stuff works around the sun. So what does that mean? I'm very bad at this. I'm still working on it, but I'd like to be my biggest meal in the middle of the day. Why is that? Because your gut has a fire. And in the middle of the day, the fire is the biggest. And in the morning, it's just waking up and it doesn't want 6 Big Macs at 8 a.m. It doesn't want that. It wants to gently wake up, just like you want to gently wake up. So gently wake your body up. Don't just go in the morning and start feeding it sugar. Maybe give it some fruits. I'll let you decide what you want to give it. Just know that in the morning, you need to take it easy. And then at night should be another small meal. We're getting of a habit now, especially with this stupid daylight savings that's driving me nuts. I hate it. It's ridiculous. It's literally directly linked to suicide. It's so stupid. Sorry, I just went on a tangent. We're making it a habit to try to eat by 5 p.m. Now, some of y'all are still working by then, but the earlier you can eat, the better. The lighter you can eat at night, the better, okay? Now, I'm also very bad at this. I've had a bad habit since I was a kid of eating too fast, and it's usually because I'm so hungry, okay? And also something interesting, that eating fast is a sign of either anger, grief, or stress. It's literally directly linked to that. So if you can slow down, so think about it. If you're rushing eating, it's gonna go down stressed, and that's how it's gonna sit in your body. Okay, so you wanna be relaxed. You wanna tell your body, okay, I'm gonna eat slow, I'm gonna chew my food, I'm gonna do most of the work my gut's doing. Okay, portion control. This is something we're trying to implement in my house. So how many of y'all seen the different levels of eggs they have? They've got 6, 7, 8 different marketing eggs, and nobody knows what it means. But basically, it means they start with a cage, they're in the cage, they're indoors, the chicken never gets sun, and I do not want to eat that chicken, okay? Then they have free range. So you're still in a place like this, and they're going nuts, and there's 5 million, and I don't want that either, okay? Okay, I want pasture-raised eggs that are fed organic feed, okay? Now again, pricing and financial situations are all dependent, but I just want you to know if you can find a place that can get you good eggs, I would get them. I guarantee you there's a local farmer you can go to that's gonna be affordable. You tell them this, but trust me, this is something I want her to share with you because she'll know, but I know finances are important, but another message, I tell my 5-year-old, there's always a way, okay? Maybe you have to give up going out and spending $150 at dinner one day a week or 1 month to get your better food. Trust me, it's worth it. So it's an investment. You're investing in the future now. So you don't have to pay St. Pat's $500 million when you have a heart attack, okay? Okay, this is important. There's something called the dirty dozen. These are non-organic things that are sprayed and sprayed and sprayed and sprayed, okay? Strawberries, spinach, kale, collard greens, mustard greens, grapes, peaches, pears, nectarines, apples, bell peppers, cherries, and green beans. If you can, most other non-organic produce is still sprayed, but not sprayed as much as this. Just something, you can look it up. Dirty dozen, don't use that. Or at least, here's the deal. If you want to use it, just know that it's the worst sprayed, okay? That's the key. Awareness is the first step. What's that? Okay. Let me go back. The gentleman asked, I'll leave it here. So, this is just what I do. I limit dairy and I limit gluten. Okay, let me start with gluten. The reason I limit gluten is because it's highly sprayed, okay, and our bodies are not, 2/3 of the Americans cannot process gluten properly, 2/3. So some of you can and some of you can't, okay? This is just what my decision's been, and then dairy is the same thing. Some people are lactose intolerant, and so I've decided not to use it. Now, I will tell you this. There's a grass-fed place that I go to, and in the back there's some Mormons that serve unprocessed milk, and when I taste that, it's like I'm just in heaven, okay? And it goes down the right way, and I'm so happy. So, what's that? What's that? Raw, baby. Raw. Okay. And again, I just don't trust what the cows are eating and what they're eating has been sprayed with, if that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, and I'm gonna let y'all do it in a little bit. Hormones and antibiotics. I don't want that in my body. Okay. Water intake. About 60% of you is made up of, I've been over here the whole time. Let me get over here and pick on you guys. 60% of you is water. Okay, so just something to think about. How often are you paying attention to what you're consuming, how much you're consuming, what kind of water you're consuming? Not much. That's okay, okay? Just something to think about, okay? So this is what I do, and I'm trying to make this better habit. My wife kills it with this. I want to start the day with room temperature, not cold water in the morning. Later on, if you want to mess with that, fine. In the morning, you're just waking up. You don't want to shock your system with 30-degree water temperature difference in your body. Your body's at 98 degrees. Just give it something 70 degrees, right? Don't give it 30-degree water, 40-degree water. Let your body wake up. Okay, this is just what I do. I take my body weight, 210 pounds, I divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces of water I drink. And I can tell you right now, I need to drink some water because I haven't been. I've been walking around doing all this, but I'm going to get on it, okay? I don't drink water after 7 p.m. Why? Because I don't want to wake up at night. I'm 45 now. I don't want to wake up at night and pee. I don't drink water during meals anymore. Why? Because our gut and our digestive system needs the acidity to digest the food. So if we're drinking water, it's affecting the acidity of my digestive tract. So I stopped doing it, okay? And then I, at all costs, try to avoid water in plastic. Why? Because whenever water gets packaged, I have no clue how hot it's been sitting outside in some facility, and if the microplastics start releasing into the plastic. Okay, so I want filtered water. Okay? Yes?
If you had to choose, would you choose bottled water or water out of the faucet?
Oh, that's a good question. Bottled? Okay. Good. The question was if you had to choose between bottled water and water out of the faucet. I guess it depends on which faucet you're dealing with. If you're in Louisiana, drink the plastic.
What if you use a filter?
Filter on the water is something different. That's great. Use the filter. Just make sure you're regularly cleaning it. Okay, let's talk about habits now, okay? We're gonna get into the breathing exercise in a second. Let's talk about habits, okay? Starting to create these habits like riding a bike. It's like playing golf. It's like playing basketball. Did y'all learn how to play basketball overnight? No, you're still learning. You're still doing it, right? And as you keep doing it, you have ups and downs, but you're hopefully getting better, right? It's the same with this, okay? If you expect that after one day of doing this breathing practice that we're gonna do, you're just gonna become a whole new person, that's just, don't believe that. It takes time. But if you do it over and over again, I promise you, you're gonna be more relaxed, more focused at the same time. You're gonna be more present with the people you love, right? And it's gonna help you live longer, okay? Okay, there's no quick fixes, and that's what people want. Everybody wants a quick fix. Get that out of your mind. This is a long-term goal, okay? Keep it fun and simple. Don't go today and you do this breathing exercise and say, I'm gonna do 30 minutes from now on every day. Make it short and sweet. It's better to do something short and sweet and make it fun than it is to make it impossible and then you just stop doing it. Okay? And then Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay, and I said here the key is consistency. This is the energy curve of changing habits. And as you can see, on average, it takes about 66 days to change a habit and become subconscious. Okay? You can ask my wife, I'm not missing many days on doing a number of these things because it's become programmed. If I don't get what I need, I'm looking for it. Even last night, after I finished all this, I went here, I saw there's a sauna at 8 p.m. I came back here just to use the sauna. It wasn't on though. But I need certain things. I'm not gonna change who I am for things that I need. I'm gonna do them, okay? Okay, so we're gonna do 2 breathing exercises today, okay? And guess what? This one is done by the Navy SEALs, okay? Who are the Navy SEALs? They are some bad dudes, okay? Before they go to combat, they're on the helicopter. They're going into Afghanistan. And they're about to, there's bombs going off everywhere. What do you think their nervous system is doing? It's going cuckoo, or at least it should. Maybe after time, they've learned to calm it down. But they're doing this before they go to combat. So what are you doing? Okay? You're starting here with your inhale. You're inhaling 4 seconds through your nose. I'm going to have you all sit up in this. I'll give you all some tips. But you're going to inhale through your nose 4 seconds. Nice and gentle. Slow. You're going to hold 4 seconds. And when you hold, you're not doing this. You're trying to relax and hold. Hold 4 seconds. Exhaling slowly 4 seconds. And then holding 4 seconds. Now, it's creating a box. Okay? Everybody good so far? Good. Okay. The second exercise we're doing, we're taking out the hold. And we're going to go 5.5 seconds inhale. Is this 5? Yeah, right here. And then we're going to go back 5.5 seconds exhale. And you're going to go back and forth. And you're going to go to La La Land. Trust me. Okay? You're going to be chilled out. Some of you may fall asleep. Okay. It's going to be played to a piano. So the high pitch, ding, 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 is the inhale. And the dong, 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 dong is the exhale. And I'm going to be guiding you, okay? Okay. So this is insane. Let me show you this. Everything, this is called rhythmic coherent. So when you do this exercise, something remarkable happens. Everything syncs up. You become aligned, fully aligned. Your entire body, your heart rate, everything becomes aligned. And you're literally allowing yourself to heal itself. And over time, you'll start to notice it's going to change your life. Okay? And it's something known as respiratory sinus arrhythmia. Okay, here's your tips. Don't close your eyes yet. Just bear with me. Close your eyes. Not yet. Sit up straight. As you breathe, put all your attention on your breath. Okay? Now, don't beat yourself up if your mind starts to wander. When is this going to end? I want to eat. What are we doing here? Oh, la, 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 la. Don't beat yourself up over it. Gently bring your attention back to your breath. And do it over and over. What are you training yourself to do? You're training yourself to be present. You're training yourself to be focused. This idea of multitasking has got to go. We need to be present, okay? And over time, you're going to start to notice how much more present you are in life. And guess what? Presence is the biggest key to your life, okay? When you're around your family, that's what they want. They want you all to be present. They don't want you distracted, okay? So you're going to teach yourself the biggest gift there is to really be present with life. And you'll be able to start seeing things that you never thought would happen. And guess what? This wasn't mine, but God, I believe in this. This is where the magic happens, when you really start to see life for its full potential. Okay. So, as you're breathing, okay, I have a little tension in my shoulder. It's from playing soccer, and I'm going to heal it. Okay, I'm going to heal it. What I do is I put all my attention on it, and I start talking to it. I tell it I love you. You're okay to be there. You're allowed to exist. I do it every day. I let it just sit there, and it's starting to soften. It's nuts. Okay, slowly breathe, inhale and exhale, not fast. Okay, now this is important. This is new for most of y'all. So what happens is, your body, anytime you do something new, is like, what in the world is going on? I'm going to get into a sympathetic state. So you may feel your heart rate beating a little bit. You may feel a little lightheaded, light. Keep focusing on your breath. It's going to go away, okay? Your body's going to recognize, okay, it's time to chill out now. I can relax, okay? But notice if it does that, and I'll ask you at the end if it did that, okay? Okay, so again, I'm going to switch it in a second. I'm going to guide you. The box breathing is 4-second inhale, hold 4 seconds, exhale 4 seconds, hold 4 seconds. If you want for the first few breaths, there'll be a visual here. You can do that. And then once you get comfortable with the routine, then you close your eyes. Okay? Anybody have any questions? This is a parasympathetic, calm down, breathing exercise. Okay, and no questions. You guys are listening. Okay. Okay, just follow the... It's going to do a countdown to 3. Here's the instructions. And I'm going to guide you. Inhale, 2, 3. Hold. Exhale. Hold. In with the breath. Hold. Out with the breath. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. In with the breath. Hold. Keep going. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to what we're doing here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. Hold. In with the breath. Hold. Exhale. Hold. In with the nose. Only your nose. Exhale through your nose. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. Breathe in life on this next inhale. Hold. Exhale any stress, any tension, let it go. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Keep going, guys. You're doing great. Exhale. Hold. In. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. In. Hold. Exhale. Let it all go. In. Hold. Exhale, let it go, all of it. Hold. In. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. Just notice how you feel. Just notice how you feel. Give yourself just a minute to sit. Keep your eyes closed. Do you feel your body more? Do you feel your heart? Do you feel calm but focused? What do you feel? And whenever you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Okay. How was that? Good. Okay, that's just 5 minutes. We're going to do one more 5 minutes and I'm going to get off because I've been talking way too much. Okay? So the goal of that is to feel calmer, yet more focused. Okay? Calmer but focused. Okay? Next one. Okay, now I'm going to guide you. Just wait. Again, let it play and I'll get you on. The low pitch. Just let it follow. And then we'll just do it again. Is the high pitch. 2, 3, 4, low. Okay, we're going to start on this one. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Focus on the breath. Exhale. Stay with me. Inhale. Exhale. Stay with me, guys. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. And if your mind wanders, just gently bring it back. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In through your nose. Nice and slow through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. guys. Just a few more minutes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, guys, let it all go. Exhale. Tell your body it's okay. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can notice the temperature of the inhale. There's a difference in temperature between the inhale and the exhale. Exhale. It should be very cold coming in. Inhale. And very warm exhaling out of your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more minute. Exhale. See if you can go even deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Where are you holding tension? Inhale. See if you can put your attention on that and allow it to just soften. In. 5 more. Out. In. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Yes. And after this exercise, keep your eyes closed. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. In. Out. Keep your eyes closed. Just notice what you can hear, what you can feel. What's the difference between now and when you first started? That was just 10 minutes of breathing consciously. Keep your eyes closed. Just give yourself a second to say, you know what? I don't have to do anything right now. I can just keep my eyes closed. Just be with myself. I have nowhere to be. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly come back. I like to just kind of move my wrists, slowly wake my body up. Don't just rush. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about my presentation, about the breathing exercises, or want to share something that they experienced? You don't have to. Yeah.
Can you talk about the importance of the scale of like how everything goes to like basically getting you to the hospital, the industry part that you were talking about?
Come up here. Yeah.
So basically what I want to talk about is how big pharma, the system as a whole, basically teaches us to be sick, be diseased, and then leads us to cancer, being at the hospital. So if you can kind of break down how to not only avoid that, but the importance of what they're doing to us and doing to our health.
Yeah, and I don't want to rip on Western medicine. That's not my goal today. There's certain things that I think Western medicine is great at. I also think it's very flawed in certain things. And you just look at the way the hospital feeds you, or the way the government handled COVID. I don't think any of this was presented to us during COVID. And this is what, if I was the Attorney General as a lawyer, this is what I would have been telling people to do, outside of whatever else they're telling you. But how many of them talked about sunlight? How many have talked about working on your sleep? This is where health is. And there's other things you can do, but this is where health is. And they're not teaching that because it's money driven. That's the key, is that it's all money driven and it's being controlled by the pharmaceutical companies. And so another thing I looked up last night, Pfizer's been in business for 176 years. You know how many things Pfizer has cured? Zero. Why do you think they haven't cured anything? Because they don't want to. There's no money in that. So that's the answer, is the system is failing. And so that's when you need to take control of your own damn life and understand, let's go, Spring. You have the power to heal yourself. Now you have the wisdom, at least a little bit, to now say, I'm going to get curious about this as a young person. And unfortunately, guys, the reason I wanted to do this in Lake Charles, I'll just tell you, is because I see how bad the system is in Louisiana. Okay, it's horrendous. I live in Texas, it's a little better there, but it's not, we just have more options. But for the majority of people, they have no clue, because the system is designed to keep you clueless. Okay? So that's the answer, man. Okay?
And then my second question is, what can we be doing on a daily basis to build those routines and things that we can build a healthier lifestyle?
Beautiful. So start with something. Don't take this and say, I'm going to run 50 miles tomorrow. Okay? Simple. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Take one thing that I shared and write it down. I'm really going to get focused on this. I'm really going to wake up and I'm just going to get sunlight for 5 minutes. Start simple and make it consistent and make it fun. Okay? Whatever it is you took from this, start small. Baby steps. Okay? I didn't heal my back in one day. Okay? I didn't. But over time, I healed it. And then I just took it to a whole nother world. And guess where I'm going? My goal is to do a handstand. I'm going to get there, man. 6'5", and I'm going to do a damn handstand. So to answer your question, take it simple, find something that's fun, make it achievable, make it small, and then get it done, okay? Make it consistent. Yes?
What are the two different goals between the box breathing and the rhythmic? What are you supposed to be aiming for?
Good. Good question. They're both parasympathetic, okay? One is going to make you feel calmer and more focused, and one is going to take the body and just align it, everything. So just a little different. Now, one other thing that's important, the optimal way to breathe is the rhythmic breathing. That's the optimal way to breathe, and it's in the book. He'll talk about it, but that's the 5.5 seconds inhale through your nose, 5.5 seconds exhale through your mouth. One last thing I'll share with you. Mouth breathing, when we breathe through our mouths, it starts to weaken the muscles around our airways, okay? What happens? They start to shrink, they start to get smaller, and guess what happens at night? Some of you may snore. Some of you may have sleep apnea. What is that? It's because your airways have become smaller, and so when you breathe, your nasal canal has gotten smaller, okay? So the way to strengthen that is through your nose, okay? And you'll start to and they tell you to go have surgery and do all this stuff. No, you need to rebuild your canals, okay? Yes?
Can you give them a few examples when to use each technique? A trigger, hey, I should do this breathing now.
Anytime you're having a very stressful scenario or you've had a stressful day, either are great. I prefer, so another thing is this, remember, the inhale breath is sympathetic and the exhale breath is parasympathetic. There's another exercise that you can inhale 4 seconds and then exhale 6 or 7 seconds, okay? And that's more parasympathetic than sympathetic. So you're gonna chill out even more, okay? They're all good. I wouldn't say one over the other, But maybe before a basketball game, I would do a box breathing. I would do it every day. Just try this. Y'all do me a favor. Coach, let them do it. By the way, I spoke to Barb a year ago. Cucini has had his team do this every single, it's funny, I don't even ask him anymore. And he's like, no man, we've been doing it every day. And he sees the impact it's having on the kids, not only on the field, but in the classroom, at home. They're not on their phones as much. It's crazy what happens, okay? So that's a good question. Anybody else? Because I got to let the other speakers talk. Yes?
The significance to breathing below the diaphragm or jaw position, tongue, smile.
Good question. The way I would focus on the tongue is leaving it above the top teeth, okay? Diaphragm, you just don't even worry about it. Let it do its thing naturally. Don't focus on pulling it up, and it's okay. For now, this is the best way to do it. Yes? I can't hear you. Say it again. Yes, ma'am, you can. You can. You can exhale. The question was, can she inhale? Can she exhale through her mouth? If you're having trouble doing it, yes. Try to keep practicing to see if it can get better. Okay? Yes. Ma'am, I can't hear you. Yes, it is Brady. Okay, last question and then I got to go. Say it again. The name of the book is James Nestor, the author. Breath. B-R-E-A-T-H. I gave it away. It's on Amazon. It's phenomenal. Last question. This is supposed to be a little humor. Did y'all think a personal injury attorney is going to give you all this information? Forget what I do. I love to do this, and I believe I have a responsibility to share this with y'all because I know it works. It works on me. I know a ton of people that it works on. Now again, the key is if you did it today and think you're going to heal cancer, you're out of your mind. You got to keep doing it, okay? And it's more about being proactive than reactive. Last question.
When I was exhaling, I was feeling dizzy.
Yes. Okay. And that what's happening is what I talked about is your sympathetic nervous system is trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So it's sending waves to your mind, okay? So if you keep doing it, you're going to get better at allowing your body to feel comfortable to rest, okay? And feel safe. And what I would do in those moments is just tell yourself, you're okay. I feel safe. It's okay. Just like those